of the Spotlight, OPS students with disabilities are beating the odds. Hear how one student overcame her fears of speaking in public. Plus, physical education is her trademark, but building student self-esteem is her mission. Meet an elementary teacher who's the first in the state to be recognized for a very special honor. And find out how students with the drive to succeed are putting their leadership skills to the test. That and more as we put the spotlight on OPS. Hi, I'm Dara Newson with the Omaha Public Schools Office of District Communications. Thank you for joining us for this edition of the Spotlight. For some people, what may seem like a simple task can be difficult for others to accomplish, like speaking in public or interacting with people. The transition program at OPS seeks to help young adults who struggle in these areas. I had the opportunity to spend time with students and teachers in the transition program, and they're proving that despite one's obstacles, anything is possible.
Our transition program is the bridge between high school and age 21, which is the adulthood that the students age out of the educational system. Transition program supports students with disabilities, and we focus on vocational training, functional academics, community relationships, community outings, and daily living and health and personal hygiene. Transition program is housed at one site is the Paralyzed Veterans of America building, then the other site is at the Career Center. And then we do bus students to our daily living house on Burt Street. Our ultimate goal for transition is for our students to become as independent as possible.
I like coming here, and you learn so much from going to school.
She has a social disability, Asperger's syndrome. Before she started the program, she wouldn't talk at all. She would just not talk. And with the program, you know, they just kind of worked with her slowly. They go on field trips to the grocery store. I mean, some of the things that we take for granted, you know, with her disability, she's really shy and doesn't open up. So this program has helped her to blossom and get comfortable, you know, with being in the public, you know, and dealing with people and situations.
My money skills has helped me when we go to the store, and if I buy something, I might need a little help going or counting the change out. It's helped me, but I just need a little more help with it.
She has come a long way, oh my gosh. She has come a really long way. She was born prematurely, and she only weighed like 1 pound, 5 ounces. So to see her grow from this little bitty, you know, baby to this blossoming young woman is just amazing.
Our transition teachers, whether it's the work experience teachers or the classroom transition teachers, they take on not just being a teacher, being a mentor, being a job coach. They work through all aspects of what a day in the life of an adult is.
Today we are going to do an article review in the newspaper. Each one of you should have this at your table. Double check, everyone have one? We do a variety of activities. We focus a lot on functional academics. We go into the community for community outings. The students actually have a kitchen that they can cook in and a laundry area where they can do laundry, so they practice their independent living skills. When we work on the functional academics, we really focus on the reading and math, so things that they can use while in the community or while living independently.
I don't talk too much, so like they kind of show me how to talk a little bit more. It's kind of like they do like one of those rolling plays, you know, like you do like a role play, and you gotta tell a person to talk.
So from the beginning of the year until the end of the year, we see a lot of growth in our students. We see a lot of maturity. We see a lot of them taking tasks seriously because they know that in order to live independently, they have to master the tasks that we're putting forth. So some of the things would be like creating and developing a budget, navigating the newspaper, health and hygiene, so being able to take care of their medical needs, how to call and make an appointment for a doctor's office, how to read a medicine bottle label, to give themselves the correct dosage of medicine that they need. Another one is like cooking and cleaning and being able to maintain a household. That's really important for the students to learn. And so once they see how relevant the curriculum is to their lives, they work very hard at it. They try to master all the tasks that we put in front of them, and they really want to do well.
I'm trying to get a job, and so this program will help me to get a job and stuff like that, and like help me with my future, and so that's what I'm looking for.
All of these jobs, including Goodwill and Mutual, which are our large sites that support our students, are all working on skills that the students would need that can be applied from job to job. Each semester, they have an opportunity to switch job sites to acquire new skills.
We're here at Mutual of Omaha. We're there at the cafeteria, and we're here at the bakery working.
Most of our students are here 3 years, so our goal is to give them as many opportunities as possible and as many experiences. So they may start at Mutual of Omaha in their first year, and they may work at a grocery store for a semester, and then at a hotel for a semester, and then maybe at the end work at somewhere like the zoo or at UNO. So we have a bunch of variety of work sites throughout the district that we use with our students in transition. And our goal is to find, that niche, that thing that they're most successful at, that they enjoy the most, and try to lead them towards that as far as finding a job in the future. The most fulfilling part of the job for me is just to see the development of skills by the students. Many of our students come in to my program, they're very timid at first and maybe don't know how to interact appropriately with coworkers or bosses, or maybe just don't have the confidence or self-advocacy skills to be successful in the workplace. But as they gain that confidence through the teaching of myself and the workers here and just their experience, they really become more and more independent and really start to shine. And that's probably the best part of the job, is just seeing them grow and feel more comfortable in the workplace and gain those independent skills.
It's great to see them when they first come in and start a new job, and then progressively learn that job and do that job, and by the end of their quarter, their rotation, I'm seeing them do the entire job usually on their own. So it's a lot of, I think it's good for me because I feel good about what I'm doing, and it's good for them because it helps them gain confidence, which is really important when it comes to working.
When I first started, I got good.
By the end, I know that most of the students are going to be able to go out and find competitive employment, so it's great to be able to be a part of that.
I get to see former students all the time out in the workforce, and now I see what do we need to do as educators in OPS to ensure that our students are active and participating member in society and not just home. I want to see a citizen that is making some differences.
Teachers are an important part of every student's educational future. Chandler View's elementary PE teacher, Tammy Freeberg, is one of 6 teachers nationwide to receive the National All-Star Teacher of the Year Award from Project Fit America. Office of District Communications' Jacob Buckingham shows us how Ms. Freeberg is making a difference in students' lives.
Can you repeat after me? I believe. I believe. We have the best PE teacher in the world. We love you, Ms. Freeberg. We love you,
You know, to me, it kind of personifies all that we stand for at Chandler View. Working hard, doing our very best, and working to that goal of excellence. And Tammy definitely personifies that for the staff. She's not alone. You know, from our paraprofessionals to our teaching staff to our custodial staff and front office staff, they work hard, they love what they do, and I think it shows each and every day.
I was shocked. Can't even tell you how much this means. I've worked so hard to help these kids, and I have such a bond with all of them that I never dreamed in a million years I could win an award like this. Just for helping kids doing what I love. And I try to teach kids, I don't ever let a kid leave here upset or feeling down about themselves. It's about building their self-esteem and knowing that they can do anything if they try.
Tammy Freeberg is the first teacher in Nebraska to receive such a recognition. Now, from the gym to the classroom, Norris Middle School is being honored for its outstanding achievement and approach to teaching Spanish. It's now designated as an International Academy of Spanish. Dr. Renee Kerberg, OPS Superintendent of Curriculum, Instruction, and Assessment, signed the document. She's joined by Dr. Clara Gomez Jimeno, who signed the agreement on behalf of the Spanish Ministry of Education.
Today we add Norris as one of our International Spanish Academies. Norris joins a group of 7 schools, making the 8th school in the Omaha Public Schools that has received this recognition. What this means for OPS and our students at Norris, and just for Norris in general, is that the Ministry of Education in Spain is recognizing the outstanding Spanish instruction that is provided through content here at Norris, and the Spanish instruction that's happening outside of Spain for students who are learning Spanish.
We're just so proud to receive the recognition because we work very hard, our teachers work very hard to support young people. So to have a distinction like this where another country and a Ministry of Education, in addition to our own consulate here, is recognizing the quality of Spanish instruction that we're providing to young people, that just really is a tremendous honor and something we're very proud of.
The designation now brings the total to 8 OPS schools that have received this honor. 7th graders at Lewis and Clark Middle School are taking positive risks to make a difference for themselves, their peers, and their school. At an all-day anti-bullying retreat, students identify their social fears. Then they reflect on how they're respecting others around them. As Lewis and Clark 7th graders enter their school gym, each student is welcomed with cheers, smiling faces, and high fives. The pandemonium isn't just a free day of fun. It's Lewis and Clark Middle School's 4th Youth Frontiers Courage Retreat, coordinated by school counselor Mary Lincoln.
Great teaching tool to give kids, we want kids to look at their behavior, but we never give them time to do that. So they take an entire day off school to give them a chance to focus and look back and say, hey, what am I doing?
The Courage Retreat is part of the anti-bullying campaign. With the help of various Omaha High School students, Retreat Director at Youth Frontiers, Todd Moss, uses the older teens to help facilitate a few hours of controlled chaos. The time is filled with music, dance moves, and games to help break the ice.
We want them to take a risk, to sort of step out of themselves and not worry about what somebody else is thinking about them during the day, because we certainly push them out of their comfort zone. And then just to be real, a lot of these kids just put on masks and come to school and they're trying to impress somebody by their behavior. Instead today we say, don't try to impress anybody, just be who you are today.
The retreat challenges them to face their deepest fears.
Through the course of the day, you've seen a lot of the fun that goes on, and then it starts to get more serious, and we break into small groups, and kids start talking about what they fear and how, and a lot of that fear is about their fear of being rejected.
I've seen a lot of bullying lately, and I don't think it's very fun.
Stay on track and just study a lot and make sure you don't fall out of task and stuff.
At the end of the retreat, the 7th graders make a courage pledge to be more honest with themselves and to stay true to their identity. Youth Frontiers is located in Minneapolis. Last year, the nationally renowned nonprofit held more than 600 retreats for nearly 100,000 students and educators. Now, the next group of students you're getting ready to see are smart, creative, and enthusiastic in a way that's contagious. More than 100 students involved in the Career Center's SkillsUSA Nebraska chapter are preparing for their state competition in April. They'll showcase their skills in a variety of professional categories like broadcasting, welding, and even health occupations.
At the most basic level, SkillsUSA, which has been around now for 50 years, is about leadership and skill development. I've been teaching for 12 years, and I can say with confidence there's a percentage of students that are here for an experience. They want to just see what it's like, enjoy, going through some projects, etc. But there's really not a strong desire to really get to the next level, which is what I would feel is the skill level. Skill level is constant repetition, constant commitment to excellence, and really wanting to refine yourself, your abilities to eventually develop a skill that you can then market yourself as employable to business and industries.
I have a leadership background, and I felt like I had a lot to offer to Skills, and that Skills had a lot to offer to me. I'm the SkillsUSA chapter president, so running meetings, setting up the agenda. I just wanted to provide an environment where things were getting done in a timely manner, and we were making good community service. They do a lot of community service. I wanted to have a hand in help making sure that we had a good impact. I've learned a lot about holding a meeting in a very short period of time. I mean, with an hour, keeping things condensed and moving things along with like Robert's Rules of Order and that kind of stuff.
I'm the VP in Skills, so I do, for when we're actually in meetings, what I do is I just kind of make sure that everything runs smoothly, we stay on track with our schedule.
I love leadership. I love to learn about it. I love to teach it. I love when I'm around young leaders and the opportunity that I have to mold that. So the idea that I have an organization that will help organize the entire school to find out where our leaders are, and not only in TV but in all the programs here, it's a tremendous thrill for me, and it's something I really, really chase after, because I feel like these young people deserve it. They deserve to be able to rise to the top through opportunity if we provide them that.
Ask yourself this question. John Maxwell once said, "A leader is one who knows the way, shows the way, and goes the way." Are you ready? Thanks, guys, and once again, vote for me, Connor G.
The quote that I use, John Maxwell, he's one of my inspirations, so I definitely wanted to incorporate that into SkillsUSA. As the president, I am just to supervise. If there's a vote that cannot be like a tie, or if there's a tie, then I will be the one who breaks that tie. And I'm the one who runs the meetings and just have to hear what my committees have to say.
There's about anywhere between 8 to 10 committees that the members can be a part of, to which they have leadership opportunities as a committee chair or committee vice chair. And then those committees will be run by the students and will be organized as far as what they do by the student elected officers.
For our chair committee, I am in charge of doing events for fundraising, figuring out ways I can make a certain amount of money that we get grow into a bigger, larger amount that we can use later on in the future.
We start to give them purpose for their chapter through these committees, as well as preparing them for the state competition. They compete on, they've got 8 different construction competitions, they've got 3 different TV broadcasting competitions, photography, they've got multiple culinary competitions. So they have designed it in a way, how do we best put these students in position to be developing skill sets that will help them on the next level, as well as get them noticed by business in the industry.
I'm planning on doing CPR and first aid probably.
I'll be working in automotive and motorsports, probably welding and diagnostics.
I'm hoping to do photography.
What I plan on doing is the radio competition. One day we're actually in the studio recording, and then we have to mix it all out and edit it, and then we have to put it back into a 5-minute show with a 1-minute commercial. And then the next day we have to test. And then I'm also going to compete in OCC, opening and closing ceremonies.
We want to get them to the state competition with the understanding that they gain that sense of pride, they gain that sense of purpose, and now it's about putting your heart into the competition and give it your all.
It's a good place to learn how, what you want to do with your life and how to do it correctly and properly, and encourage people to do their best and produce amazing things.
Skills has given me a chance to actually be out there involved with others, and it's given me a chance to actually grow a voice and be confident in who I am. And it's given me a chance to be competitive, which I never was very competitive.
There's something about when you get that many positive young people together who have confidence, they believe in their abilities, they enjoy one another's company. It's contagious.
It's worth it. It's gonna teach me skills. It teaches you how to be a leader.
They get to take off in a way that nobody's holding them back, nobody's making them distracted. It's about their love for whatever they do, and now they have a competition and surrounding, students and staff that are there to support that. It's a great, great feeling.
The SkillsUSA state competition will be held at the CenturyLink Center from April 15th through the 17th. Well, that's all for this edition of the Spotlight. If you'd like to see the program again, watch for it on the Knowledge Network. You can also see it on our YouTube channel. Just do a search for OPS Web TV. Thank you for joining us, and see you next time.